Brought to you by Penguin Random House Canada.
The Women Behind the Door by Roddy Doyle. Read by Ger Ryan.
For Dan Franklin. 1. 7th of May 2021. She's just back from getting her jab. She's filling the kettle. She isn't sure why. She doesn't really want tea. Any tea. Berries, chamomile, peppermint. It's just the habit. She gives out to herself sometimes for making tea that she won't be drinking. But then she thinks, she knows, the tea has replaced the alcohol. She's keeping her hands and her head busy. Better a cup in her hand than a glass, although she doesn't need to remember. She'd have drunk her gin or her vodka out of a coal bucket. There were often no glasses in the house, and that never stopped her. She has about 7 boxes of different kinds of tea. Nicola, her eldest, brought most of them into the house. Paula would swear that one of them, the sage tea, has been there for over a decade, shoved into the corner beside the toaster. It can stay there. She's never going to drink something that is supposed to be shoved up the turkey's arse. She can't remember what it tastes like. She remembers she hated it. She hated the idea of it. She fills the mug. Glamorous Granny, a present from one of the grandkids. Her hand hovers over the boxes and dives into the chamomile. It has calming properties, Nicola told her. So does death, hun, said Paula. You're gas. Am I not calm enough for you, Nicola? You're useless, said Nicola. It's good for premenstrual tension as well, by the way. Now she fucking tells me. It's been strange watching her children grow old. She loves being with Nicola, being out anywhere with her. She loves watching people look at her, women and men. This incredible woman, the way she dresses and carries herself, the way Nicola looks straight back at the world. She's my daughter, Paula wants to shout. Believe it or not, she came out of me. At her lowest ebb, Paula can look at Nicola and think to herself, not everything's been a disaster. And believe it. She's a goddess, Nicola is. She's a goddess, but she's going through the change. Paula has a menopausal daughter. I drank through mine, she told Nicola the last time they spoke. Poor Nicola. She brings the tea with her into the telly. She won't be drinking it, even if it is good for the calmness. The steam will keep her company. And she's perfectly calm. She's even a bit elated. She's had a great day. She turns on the telly. There's always the delay when the screen stays black and she half expects nothing to happen. But there it is now. She'll get another night out of it. She expects everything she has to break. Everything in the house that has a switch or a button. Every friendship, every relationship, her family. But it really has been a great day. She registered for the vaccination about 10 days ago when she heard on the radio that all people over 65 could do it. She was pleased with herself that she'd managed it, all the online stuff, especially when she got the text with the 6-figure code to verify her application. She looked at it just the once and could remember it long enough to type the numbers into the boxes. And it worked. She'd been going to text Nicola to tell her, but she hadn't. She was registered, she could see that. It was there on the screen of her phone. She'd be getting a text with the date and time and the venue within 4 to 7 days. But she'd still expected it to go wrong. She won't be drinking the tea, and she isn't really looking at the telly. She's turned the sound down. She could barely hear it. Her other daughter, Leanne, told her that she holds the remote control like it's a wand and Voldemort is coming at her. Which one is Voldemort? Ralph Fiennes. Well, in that case, he can come at me any time he wants. He's not the way he normally is. Doesn't matter. His face is all squashed, said Leanne. They were laughing. He doesn't have a proper nose. I can get past that, hon, don't worry. It's the time of day when she puts on the telly. She wants the company, but she isn't particularly loyal to any programme. She just wants to sit in front of it. When the text arrived, she was nervous. She doesn't like getting messages from people or numbers she doesn't know. The kids have all warned her, and so has her oldest granddaughter, not to answer or click anything. But she wouldn't anyway. She has a bank account and a card, and a few direct debits that she sorted herself. She holds the card sometimes and feels proud. She's come a long way. And she doesn't want some creep in the arse end of Russia cleaning out her account or robbing her identity. Paula was married to a thief, and it took her years to get her identity back. No one else is going to rob it, not if Paula can help it. But this text looked legit. COVID-19 vaccine dose 1, appointment, Paula Spencer, age 66 years, when, Friday the 7th of May, 11:05 a.m, where Helix Theatre Vaccination Centre, CVC, Helix Theatre DCU, Collins Avenue, Glasnevin, Dublin 9. Vaccine, AstraZeneca. Read the patient information leaflet. She wasn't expected to respond or click. She just had to turn up. She has a good friend, Mary, who's the same age as Paula. There's only 3 weeks between them. They'd half planned on having a joint birthday party when they both hit 65 last year, but the COVID had put a stop to that. She'd phoned Mary when she got the HSE text. I got me appointment. So did I. Friday. Same here, yeah. The Helix. Brilliant. We'll make a day of it. The Helix is 3.2 kilometres from where Paula is sitting. She checked it on Google Maps when she got the text, and she was wondering how she'd get there. But another friend of theirs, Mandy, she moved into a house down the road from Paula about 10 years ago. She drove them. She's a good bit younger than Paula and Mary. She still has 2 of her kids in school. She hasn't even registered yet, but she went along with them for the crack. We shouldn't be doing this, sure we shouldn't, said Mary, when Mandy was reversing the car onto the road. 3 of us in the car. No harm with the windows open, said Mandy. She turned so she could see out the back window. She was wearing a leopard print mask and her glasses were cloudy. She was looking straight at Paula, but she didn't seem to know it. I can't see a fucking thing. Are you back there, Paula? You're staring at me, chicken. Well, tell me if I'm going to hit anything, will you? She backed the car through the gate, but put her foot on the brake and took her mask off. COVID or car crash? Which d'yous prefer, girls? COVID, please. Same here. Grand, said Mandy, and she hung the mask off the rear-view mirror. They started laughing. They were giddy, like kids. If Paula hadn't known better, she'd have said she felt a bit drunk. But she did know better. Come here, said Paula. She leaned forward as much as her seatbelt would let her. Why are you coming with us? I'll give you a hint, said Mandy. I'm driving the car. Mary has a car, said Paula. I asked her, said Mary. I was worried I wouldn't be up to the driving after the jab. And I wanted a few hours away from the kids, said Mandy. They're in school. Their photographs, said Mandy. Their clothes, their dinner, every little fucking thing about them. Do you remember that weekend we had in Kilkenny last year? No, the year before last. I do, yeah. Well, this is it for me, said Mandy. This is me long weekend. OK. Jesus, said Mary, feels longer than, what is it? 21 months, said Paula. Since we were in Kilkenny? That's right. Jesus, said Mary, feels like another life. Doesn't it? It's hard to imagine it now, the way life was before the lockdowns. But it did feel a bit familiar to Paula when it started. She's always had to be careful, since she gave up the drinking and stayed that way. She's had to be careful about where she goes, how long she stays, careful about her friends, careful about her mood, very careful with the money. It took her years to make this living carefully a source of pride. She's sitting alone in front of the telly with a mug of tea that she isn't drinking. And that's exactly what she was doing the day Leo
Sample complete. Ready to continue?